Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm looking at a Sears radio. It's called Sears Electronics Solid State Multi-Band Radio. It's basically AM FM and it has public band, the PSB, TV1 and TV2. Not sure how good TV1 and TV2 would be around here now because they've gotten rid of all the analog towers that carried the local channels, CBC and NTV and CBC French, I believe. It was 4, 8 and 13. But anyway, picked up this radio in St. John's. It's an older radio, probably from the 70s I would say. And it's a bit scratchy, needs to be cleaned up. Thankfully this kind of radio is very easy to work on. Typically your buttons here and here, you can actually pull these buttons off and actually lubricate with nu-trol, MG Chemical nu-trol. This is good stuff for cleaning up stuff like that. Or the more popular, I guess, worldwide, deoxit. Shoot a little bit sparingly into these switches and potentiometers and into the headphone jack here. But typically, if you want to go a bit deeper, you can go to the back of these radios. This looks familiar to a lot of people, I bet. And you basically just take off the back, and inside there could be some exposure to the electronics up here and on the bottom of your buttons, or there might be a casing. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to see here, but we are going to soon see what we run into here. Okay, it's fully encased, and here's the battery compartment. Takes 6 D cells, I believe. I think so. C cells, yeah. Okay, here's a number here, 1433AA, whatever that means. And a place to store your cord when it's not in use. So I'm just going to go ahead now and take the back off here and give this radio a clean up. Now thankfully with this radio, it was just 2 screws. And just a matter of working loose these tabs here and inside the casing, and that removed the back. I'm just going to be very careful here and tip it back up here, and we'll have a look at what the inner makings of this radio is. So technically we have some switches here. These are the controls for your AM, FM, and your public band and the TV1 and 2. So that's going to be very easy to spray here. The extra button here is what? AM, FM, oh yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, sorry, 5, yeah, there's 5. Okay. Now, here's a speaker. Right here. Now, the buttons itself, I'm seeing way down here. I'm actually seeing the components of those switches and potentiometers there. The radio looks like it is in original condition. Lots of wax holding the components here. The transformer. I'm going to be careful not to break these wires off. So I'm just going to go ahead and here's the ferret bar, by the way. There's a bit of dirt on it or something. Just plastic. I'm just going to go ahead and give this a little spraying, but before I do, I'm going to introduce you to how it sounds and the way it is now. I'm just going to put this here temporarily, extend the antenna slightly. There we go, that should be enough. And plug the radio in. Okay, if we got this in shot. After using this radio a few times, I haven't cleaned it yet, but let's give it a go. Power on. Better turn the volume down, okay. That's terrible. So right away I'm just going to get in the back of it and spray the potentiometer and the squelch, AC DC button, and low and high tone. Let's just try AM. See what we can find here.
As there were many alarm bells over a long period of time. Recommendations to improve child protection services. Lake Kavanaugh wants the Department of...
Yeah, sounds pretty good. Don't know what these birdies are. That's some kind of a birdie or something. Let's try FM. Don't get the copyright cops after me. Oh, interesting. Anyway, the buttons up here seem to be pretty good. I'll give them a cleaning, but it seems like the volume, the squelch don't seem to be too bad. So I'm just going to give everything just a spraying and see if it makes a difference. Be right back. Okay, after lubricating all the switches and components that needed to be sprayed, and I used the Canadian MG Chemicals product nu-trol for this application, but deoxit works just as well. They're equally as good, but I being a Canadian, I guess I'm supporting Canadian products. Like I say, deoxit or nu-trol will work equally as well, as far as I'm considered. I have it tuned into the local AM channel now, and so there's no more scratching around it, and the volume is very smooth now. It was pretty stiff. It felt like the lubricant inside was like turned to a gel of some sort.
Right next door to the Port of Stephenville.
It's a busy world.
Everything seems to be working well. The on-off button. AC and DC, of course, we don't have batteries in it. And the low and high is working
Take a
okay.
moment to pause and remember what you're working for, to enjoy your achievements and to relax.
So this radio is back to normal. It's got pretty good receive. Speaker seems to be okay. I guess it'd be all right for talk shows and stuff like that, or listening to the radio, but certainly not a stereo or a unit that you would use for listening to, you know, your CDs or whatever you'd want to be listened to. So that's the Sears Electronic Solid State Multiband. Really no name on it per se, other than that. So that's basically how you can clean up an old radio and toss it in the garage or your shed for some listening of radio content or public broadcast or whatever you'd like to get at. Thanks for watching, everyone.